Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show, and it is time for your Leeds versus Arsenal pre-match chat. We are now just less than 24 hours away from what is going to probably be Leeds United's most difficult test this season. Arsenal are flying high, top of the league, playing some scintillating stuff. Only City really outplaying them at the minute. You could say in Europe they are that good. Arteta is getting a tune out of this Arsenal side. And that front three of Jesus, Martinelli and Saka has got me petrified. But before we get into it, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell, and let's do it.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like a house on fire.
Signing number 2 for this new era.
It's Judgment Day, people.
Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. So, folks, as Jesse said, it is going to be a monumental task for Leeds United, but Leeds United need to start getting points on the board and quick. We are looking to end a 5-game winless run after what was one of the best times Leeds United fans have experienced for a very long time when we thumped Chelsea, the rival, at Ellen Road 3-0. Look, we are just languishing just 3 points above the relegation zone now as well. There's been a lot of chat amongst the fan base that Leeds United are getting slowly pulled in, and we want to stay away from that. Do I think we will get a positive result tomorrow or Sunday if you're watching this, or today? It's going to be tough. I can't lie. Look, there are some things going in our favour. Ellen Road is a very happy hunting ground for Leeds United. We have picked up 8 of our 9 Premier League points at Ellen Road, okay? So only 1 point coming away from home. Home has been where we have got the points. And not only that, we have conceded just 2 goals at home this season, which is actually the best in the top flight, okay? So there are reasons you could argue to be positive. Unbeaten in our last 6 matches at home, winning 3 and drawing 3. If we could get a point from this Arsenal side, I would snap your hands off. I would snap your hands off. But the thing is, the other teams that we've played at home, the likes of Villa, the likes of Wolves, the likes of Everton, etc., they ain't a patch on this Arsenal side. I believe now when you throw in the FA Cup game as well, Arsenal have picked up a hat-trick of 4-1 victories at Ellen Road against Leeds United. We never do well against Arsenal. Not recent times anyway. They are on a 5-game unbeaten streak against Leeds. And they have great away form as well. They've won 3 and only lost 1. That came to Man United. And after watching the game, they were the better side. They were the better side against Manchester United. They're on the back of beating Spurs, of beating Liverpool. Maybe there might be a little bit of we can take Leeds lightly. But I think last season, I would be on that. This season, not. They've introduced winners, winning mentality into that Arsenal side. The likes of Jesus, the likes of Zinchenko. I mean, Saliba is a Rolls Royce of a centre-back. If you haven't had a chance to see him yet, just watch the guy go. I look at that defensive lineup. I look at the whole Arsenal side, right? Ramsdale, White, Gabriel, Saliba, Tomiyasu, Tierney, Zinchenko, Partey, Xhaka, Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus. It's just an awesome side. If we just focus solely on the back line, though, I do think during the game we may get joy with our counter-press against Gabriel and against Ramsdale. Ramsdale can be a bit shaky. He can try turn a player, an on-rushing player, and sometimes get caught out. We've seen Mendy do it. I would argue this is actually going to be an enjoyable game. Probably for the neutral, we might be on the end of a hiding, but what I'll say is they will come to play. Arsenal will come to impose their style, and they will look to play out from the back, which means Leeds United's counter-press may work in this game like it did against Chelsea. And we may catch Arsenal on the fly. But the thing is with Arsenal, they've been starting fast in all their games. I mean, they went 1-0 up against Liverpool after a couple of minutes from Martinelli. Just on Martinelli, he's the one I'm most worried about. I can't lie to you, I've captained him in my fantasy team. Because every time we've come up against Martinelli, he's been electric. Against Cody Drama, it was one of the worst debuts we've seen in recent times. Against Luke Ayling resorted to two-footing him and getting himself a red card. And then Christensen, who, yes, he did have his best game against Zaha last time out, But Martinelli's another step on that ladder. And I think he's going to have a bit of a tough day. But listen, if he gets close to how he did with Zaha, then you know, that's a real feather in his cap, being able to keep Martinelli quiet. But this is the thing, you can't just focus on one individual, because they'll just pop it off to an Odegaard. They'll just pop it off to, you know, Jesus. Jesus is a man reborn, a totally different player from the one that we've seen at City. He will grab the game by the scruff of the neck. There's noises that he might not be fit. If that's happening, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Now, just on Arsenal, if they were to pick up 3 points in this game as well, it'll be their 7th victory in a row, which is their longest winning run since October 2018, where they won 10 on the bounce. So that tells you the type of side that we're coming up against now. For years, everyone's been battering Arsenal, you know, bottlers, etc., etc. Not no more. You know, they've come on a level. Just from a Leeds United perspective, Cini needs to play. For my lineup, Rodrigo comes out. I think Bamford leads the line. We have to use him regardless of how fit he is. Ledley King 2.0, but we have to use him. Cini, Aronson, and Harrison for me. The double pivot speaks for itself. Rocker and Adams. I think Adams is going to be key in this game. He can cover ground so quick. N'Golo Yankee, as I like to call him, it's very deceptive. Players think they have more time on the ball than they actually do. And I think he will be key in breaking up that midfield, in trying to get at Partey, in trying to get at Xhaka. We need Cini to be at his top level. If he's playing off the left, going at Ben White, who's not naturally a fullback, or you won't believe it because he's been exceptional. And I like to see him do well. I still really, really like Ben White. We also need to be wary of Meslier as well. Listen, I'm a massive fan of Meslier, but he doesn't have a good time against Arsenal. Okay, he has lost more games against Arsenal than any other opponent, drawing 1, losing 5, and has conceded 13 goals in the process. At least 2 goals per game, which, you know, sometimes teams have hoodoos over certain teams and even over players. Who can forget he made that error last time out against Saka, I believe, last season. I think for me, if I'm being totally honest, the best we could hope for is a point. I don't see us winning the game, but even that in itself is going to be really tough. And the reason I say that is because it's now 29 competitive games in a row that Arsenal haven't drawn. They don't draw games. Remember, Leeds United went through a spell in the Championship. We just didn't draw games. We either lost or we just battered teams. And it seems like Arsenal are in that sort of place at the minute. Obviously, a different level because they're doing it in the Premier League. But for me to say, oh, best we can hope for is a draw, and then you look at their history and say, actually, for almost 30 games, they haven't drawn a game. Look, I think they could put 4, and I know that's rough, and I know it's hard to hear, but I think it could be another 4-1. I can't lie to you. It's horrible, innit? It's horrible. I should be more positive, but I look at this Arsenal side. I look at the form that we're in. But listen, I didn't give us any hope against Chelsea. I didn't. And look what happened. So on the game day, on the watch-along that I will be doing, you know, the mindset will be totally different. The mindset will be totally different. Of course it will, because game day, you get giddy, or etc., etc. You go into games believing you can get something. But it's going to be tough. Best we can hope for is a point for me, but I think we might be on the end of a bit of an hiding. 4-1 potentially. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please put in the comment your score prediction. Let me know your lineup as well. Would you drop Rodrigo for the return of Cini? I assume a lot of you will. Maybe you drop Bamford. Maybe you look to switch up the defence. I know we'd like to see Strauchin for Cooper and Firpo come in, or just get a different left back, but we don't have any. It is what it is. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll be doing a watch along for it. I will be live from around 1 p.m, so make sure you join me for that. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Go on Savannah Marshall. Hopefully she brings it home tonight. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and hit that notification bell. And I'm out. Peace out. Leeds.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like a house on fire.
Signing number 2 for this new era.
It's Judgment Day, people.
Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Don't believe